So have a look at this. It's flowering, right? It's in full bloom, and it's such a nice color. And this is, you must all be familiar if you've seen my earlier videos, that this is a pink bougainvillea, which when it blooms, it literally covers the entire branch with flowers. So it's going to bloom in a few days, I'm sure about it. And it's already blooming, one of these, right? So there is a misconception, and that misconception is that you need a very bright and a sunny place for the bougainvilleas to flower. Otherwise it will not flower. You need 4 to 6 hours sunlight and a hot environment. You know, if you look at my case, I don't get much sunlight. It's hardly an hour, sometimes not even an hour. And I have a balcony which is almost cramped. Look at the balcony that I'm having. You can see the roof. You can just imagine, if I can grow, anyone can. And then you can see this another bougainvillea plant. This is a white color variety. This I got from one of my tours which I took last month, and I happened to like this. But then during transportation and replanting, I think I happened to damage its root, so it suffered a transplant shock and extensive root damage. I think I only had one very thin root which was left. And then for the last month or so, it was in this condition. It was cold here, and I had left it to recuperate, and I wanted to show you. Have a look at this. It looks like it's all the leaves are back, almost back, and I will be removing the plastic soon. So this is called as the ICU method, where you can grow plants which are very susceptible to the vagaries of weather, and they might not survive otherwise, and you can grow them successfully. Well, I just want to show you one of these. These ones I have included in some of my earlier videos. They flower profusely, and you can see this, just one branch. I deliberately had this branch because I wanted this branch to get some sunlight. So this receives probably 40 to 50 minutes of sunlight a day, and this is going to bloom. Look at it closely. It will bloom, that's for sure. Right. Now coming back to the pink one. Isn't it beautiful? Indeed, right? Have a look at the pot. This plant has been watered only twice in the last 1 month. And both the times I didn't water it much. I just kept it to the lowest that I could. I got a couple of bougainvilleas on my trip to another city, a good 600 kilometers away, and I had a few of them in my car, and I just thought, let it grow, and look at the kind of blooms that it's having. These all will bloom very soon. Can you see this? This is all. So I just watered it a few days ago, and then I will not water it. I know that it's going to bloom profusely. One thing with bougainvilleas is you never water them too much. Now let me show you some of my other plants which I have. So this is another balcony, and this variety, it really caught my eye. This is an orange color. Look at the pot. It's a 10-inch pot, and it's an orange color. So these all with some sun exposure have lost the orange color and becoming a little bit like pinkish orange. I don't know what exactly you call it, but I'll consider that an orange. So these all are showing some signs of growth now, and in a few days I'm very sure that you will be able to see some flowering. Look at this. Isn't it good? This is again another variety of Bougainvillea. This is a variegated one, and it blooms almost pinkish red, or a combination of pink and red. And you know, its leaves are beautiful, and I'm very sure when it's gonna start blooming, it should be beautiful when it blooms. Look at one more. This is another variety which is a typical white Bougainvillea, but it has a unique feature. It actually blooms with a combination of white and pink. There is a slight pink, I think. Okay, the flower actually, it fell down. You can see this. It actually blooms like this, a little pink and white, and I think it's gonna bloom soon. This is in the process. Now this is another one. This is an orange variety, as I was just saying. And I have an orange variety Bougainvillea, and it should look nice the moment when it starts to bloom. Should look very good. So all of them, you know, they are in the process of blooming. And they should come out very nice. I just thought I had not shared a video in quite a while, and I'll show you that it's actually quite easy to grow Bougainvilleas. It's not difficult. Even if you don't receive much sunlight, it will grow. The only thing is that you have to control watering. You must never water Bougainvillea too much. It's not like a hibiscus. Look at this hibiscus. It's very happy when it's watered daily. Or an allamanda. This is an allamanda. It loves being watered, you know. Look at the nice flowers. Allamanda. This just loves water. Right? This is a Tacoma. Well, yeah, it could do very well. It doesn't need much water, but once in a while. But this Bougainvillea, or these Bougainvilleas, 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, and 2 which is there in the other garden, they don't like water. So one of the signs where you know that it needs watering is that leaves will start looking limp and they will droop. So if it is looking limp and it droops, you know it's time to water them. So you can water them a full bucket if it takes. Usually it doesn't take that much, maybe a mug or 2. But if it is a large pot, maybe it could take half a bucket, and then forget about it. In the summers, you might have to water them a little bit more frequently, but that's all. And they will bless you with their profuse flowering. So coming back to the other balcony once again, I just thought I will show you how does the ICU method work, you know. And this method is actually named pretty apt because it's almost like an ICU, you know. It's like an ICU for the plants, where you keep it completely covered in plastic or, you know, something like that. And away from the element so that the plant doesn't suffer any shock. It does not get affected by the changing weather. It's not too hot, not too cold. It is pretty much a similar temperature, high humidity, and it actually helps plants to revive, So when I got this plant, it had almost leaves as much as this one. But as you can see, it has lost all its leaves. The moment the roots broke off while transplanting, almost all the roots broke off. And then within a couple of days, it just lost all its leaves. It was almost as if it was no longer the same plant. You can see some water dripping off, right? It is the moisture. Okay, so here is today's day. So what I've done, I've covered that with a big polythene. Usually those size of polythene you get as a suitcase cover, and that came in very handy. And it had remained like this for well over a month now, but it looks like it's worth the wait, right? It's worth the wait. Very good. I'm impressed. I think, if I'm not wrong, we should be seeing some flowering happening in it. So you can see all of these branches where the leaves and the flowers, used to be some flowers here. Yeah, I'll cut it off. Looks like it has been attacked by fungus, but looks good. So here it is, my Bougainvillea garden, or let's say a garden with mostly Bougainvilleas for you to see, and I'll be sharing my updates with you. Hopefully we should be able to have a garden full of flowers, Bougainvillea flowers, maybe the next week or two, and I'll be sharing those updates as and when I get time. Thank you for joining me, and if you haven't liked this video, please like this video, please share this video with your friends, and if you haven't subscribed, do subscribe this video, because hey, if you don't subscribe, how will you come to know if I have posted a video? So do subscribe. Thank you so much for your time. Have a great day.